Well, hey, everybody. Welcome to Smokin and Jokin with Mason and Steven. I'm Steven, and this is
Mason.
I do believe this is episode 5.
Cinco.
That's it. That's good. I like that. Can you say it in French? No. Okay.
No.
I can't even say it in English. Well, I'm glad to be here. Today, we're going to do something kind of fun.
Yeah. We've kind of got a lot of beverages around, so you might have... If you're watching, you might have a little bit of an idea of what we're doing. And if you're listening, you've probably seen the title.
Oh.
We are, in fact, going to be doing a little bit of day drinking. But there's not going to be any alcohol involved.
Not a bit. No, none at all. So we're going to do a little day drinking today. I think it's going to actually be fun. There are so many drinks out there of every variety. I think we'll still be able to cover a good dozen of them today.
Yeah, and clearly we are supplied with at least a few.
Yeah.
And Steven was kind enough to get us some sodas to sip on today, so I'm going to go ahead and crack those open.
Yeah, good idea. Well, we ought to probably think, too, about if we're going to be sipping on something, we ought to probably smoke something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just telling her, this may be the very first time that she's ever seen me with no THC on board at all. I just hadn't got to smoke today. Oh.
You want black cherry or peach?
I'm going to let you call. You decide whichever one. This is...
I'm going to go with black cherry because it matches my outfit.
You know, and by the way, I did like the purple.
Also, this is our bottle opener from Iceland, so thanks, Dave.
Yeah, Iceland. That was good. Where their favorite flavor in the world is salted licorice.
Black licorice.
Black licorice.
Horrific.
It's pretty horrific. So, what do you think today? What do you want to? You want to smoke a little bit, or
probably going to smoke a little bit. We have something new to smoke with.
We do.
Yeah.
Okay. This is an absolute surprise. Good thing about the producer of the show, there's always surprises, and I like that. Is it good?
That's good. So the new thing are these adorable purple Blazy Susan cones. Can you believe this?
Yeah.
Purple, not pink. Purple.
Our favorite brand in the world. We do like Blazy Susan.
So the theme is just purple today.
I noticed that. I didn't get the memo.
So,
and second of all, I don't think I actually own any purple shirts. I'll fix that.
You need purple.
Yeah, I know I do.
So yeah, I'll pack us up a little joint in this Blazy Susan cone real quick.
Cool. That sounds like a. What are we smoking today?
I've got some Super Lemon Sherbet today. Ooh. Super Lemon Sherbet.
Great sativa.
Yeah, I'm thinking I just need a little uplift today. You know, it always helps with the stomach, that good old lemon.
Boy, it is. If I jump in today, I will guarantee. And honestly, you know, for an old dude, lifestyle led to the fact that I got to bed about 5:30 this morning. So a sativa would be a good thing.
I don't even do that.
I know you don't. I know.
Peach
soda. This is, and we'll talk about these, but this is 25 milligrams from Country Cannabis. So I actually haven't had one yet. That's good. I mean, it tastes like peach.
Yay.
That's a good soda. That's all right. Now we got, like Blaze says, we got something to sip on while we're smoking too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, would you want to look up Super Lemon Sherb?
Yeah,
and see if you can find anything on it? Just because I'm interested. Like, I know I love the strain, but I've never looked it up.
All right. So it's an uplifting, blissful high, head high, and potent body effects. And I think that's probably about right. Pretty uplifting, great. There's a lot of limonene. We'll give it that lemon flavor that we'll get a lot of times. But it's just awesome for your stomach. It honestly improves your mood a lot, too, because it's a good sativa. And I do like it, though. It's always asked, is it a indica or sativa? Well, if you look at this, it's telling me that it's a indica dominant, 80% high indica. So I think we may disprove that pretty quick. So
we'll let you know.
Yeah, we will while we're day drinking and smoking. So
I'm pretty excited to see how this Country Cannabis soda does. Because
yeah.
I know I've had them before, but it's just been a while since I've had one.
I haven't had one in a long time.
They're delicious.
Now, some of their other products we actually have on a more regular basis, like, Wheezy's and that sort of thing. So, now, you, of course, are responsible enough to bring a lighter, a good lighter, like a magic lighter, that pink one.
And pink scissors.
Yeah. Oh, pink scissors. God. Man, I did not get any memos. Purple and purple. That's it. I do like that Blazy Susan. That's pretty.
It's so cute, and it's got the little purple filter. Oh, my God.
See, I'm all about that, especially first thing, first smoke of the day. That's good.
All right. You want to do the honors?
Yeah, shoot, yeah. Thanks, Hannah.
Somebody honked. It's fans.
That's what I was going to say. It's probably someone wanting to take your picture.
First impression. It's not really your first impression because you've had it many times.
Well, it's always good flower. The limonene is really pronounced. You can really taste the limonene in that one. So for somebody like Mason and I that got stomach problems, that's a good indicator because right there, you're probably going to start feeling better. This one makes that whole stomach area just warmer. I mean, just like warm and comfy. So.
Yeah, it like puts a little fuzzy. those are the terps talking. It puts a little warm fuzzy blanket on your insides. That's what I'm trying to say.
And it also puts a little warm something in your throat, as you can witness there.
Oh my gosh.
I will say I do like the Blazy Susan.
Cute as ever. Yeah, Blazy Susans, they don't add any nasty taste to your flower, You can actually taste your flower.
And now that Raw's in trouble, we can go ahead and diss them all the time. They just taste like paper. I mean,
Mr. Lawsuit.
Yeah. Well, they should have sued them for it tasting like paper.
Yeah, they should have sued them for the weird film that it puts in your mouth whenever you smoke them.
Now that it's out in the open, we can talk about it.
Were we part of the lawsuit? We're legally prohibited from speaking about it.
Prohibited. Tell me about your sip in there. How is that?
It's freaking delicious. There's no bitterness, no THC taste to be found anywhere.
And this is a light peach flavor. Yours is
black cherry.
Black cherry, right?
Yeah, it's not syrupy. It's not like overwhelmingly sweet by any means. It's just a nice, tasty soda. Definitely good for summer. It's very refreshing because it's hot and humid and disgusting outside today. So,
well, tell me, what are you smoking about today?
I mean, honestly, I felt pretty okay today. I just have been like kind of low energy, so this is definitely helping with lifting my spirits a little bit. Yeah. Also, just kind of celebrating that we're filming the 5th episode. I know. That's insane. Like, that means it's already been a month.
We were talking about it right before we started. Yeah, I was time traveling there. Thank you, Super Lemon Sherbet. It doesn't seem possible, really. But
no.
Yeah.
It really doesn't, but it's been a quick and fun few weeks. I already have a smile that I can't get off of my face from this flower.
And I'm just dead serious about this. My stomach feels better. It's pretty fast acting. It's definitely not a creeper.
No.
Uplifting. That's just what I needed. I was kind of the same way. Just a lot going on and just haven't had a chance to get enough sleep. That's pretty darn uplifting. So, yeah, that'll work.
I just realized that we are absolute noobs right now, and we don't have a glass tip or anything.
Wow.
Whoa. It's really, mine is filthy though, so it's kind of shameful to even.
Yeah, mine is dirty and chipped, so I dropped it a few times. I didn't learn on the first 3 or 4. I dropped this glass tip on the sidewalk. It took about the 5th time to realize it was going to break. Well, I like it a lot, and now I'm going to tell you, the soda goes with it.
It does. It really does.
Well, what do you think? I mean, when you started this whole thing and got into this, there really wasn't just a variety of drinks at all. I mean, it was
there were maybe a couple brands that you'd be able to find.
Yep.
Not any that I liked.
Keef was around early, it seems like.
Yeah,
the soda.
Okay. Bong water, of course.
Bong water was around early.
We did try to grab one of those today, but they're just sold out anywhere.
Yeah. Or they're just not carrying them anymore.
Or that.
Because they taste, well...
Like bong water.
Like bong water. That's it. That's it. But when we started doing the research and looking a couple weeks ago, getting ready for this episode, I think we were just shocked. I mean, even us, and we do it all the time. there's an incredible variety of drinks.
Yeah, just in the past couple weeks, we've gotten a couple new ones like that Blackberry lemonade you see right here by
yep,
Smokiez.
yep.
That's a brand new one. That tiny little Smokiez shot is a new one.
Yep.
And we've had the Smokiez 100 milligram or no 250
250s.
lemonade for
Yep.
quite some time, but those are new products, and man, I'll get a little bit more into that later, but they're good. And
Yeah.
it's just crazy to think there's so many different ways, and even ways that we don't have displayed here, that you can drink your THC.
Yeah.
Like, I just want people to realize how many options there are outside of smoking. It's just so cool.
So many people we talk to either just, I mean, honestly, think about it. Thank you. If you don't already smoke, the idea of just learning to smoke and take that into your lungs, that may not be what you're looking for. So we really actually have a lot of people that are looking for options.
And truthfully, smoking isn't, accessible to everyone. Whether
No.
it's the feeling or the taste or the smell or just the way it feels to them. Drinks and gummies and all of those things are just a really cool, accessible product.
I almost started going off the beam there and started making lung jokes and so on about when we talked about TB. Yeah. And I say that as smoke is coming out of my mouth and I'm hitting my vape. So probably shouldn't say that. But, well, we ought to talk about them then. Let's talk about that. I will say, if you didn't see, I think it was episode 2. Was that the gummies?
Yeah.
We talked a lot about dosing and, up front, I would feel irresponsible if I didn't say this is just harder. In some cases, this is just a lot harder to dose.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. Anything that's not already pre-dosed for you is going to be more difficult. But what I've found with taking drinks, so last night I tried the CBN lemonade here. So this is a lemonade made by Smokiez. It's blackberry lemonade. Super delicious. It's 200 milligrams of THC and 50 of CBN in the whole container.
Man.
It tells you on the side that there's about 12 servings per container, and there's 12 ounces. So just think each ounce is a serving. And there's about 17 milligrams of THC and around 4-ish of CBN per 1 ounce. So what I did was I got out my little kitchen scale, I put a little shot glass on it, and I weighed out half an ounce because, I didn't want to be sleeping until the middle of the day today. I wanted to actually wake up. I'm already in here
recording and you wake up.
Yeah. Hey, Mason, I'm here.
Hey, stuff
Wake
works.
up. But I had really good luck with it, but that's how I tend to dose my drinks.
I like that.
If it's a higher dose like this, some of them, like our country cannabis, you can drink all in one go.
Yeah.
Because these are only 25 milligrams.
Exactly.
But like this high milligram lemonade, I will just take a little shot glass or a little cup, depending on how much I want, put it on my kitchen scale and set it to whatever weight I need and weigh out the amount that I need. It takes a tiny little bit of math, but if you just kind of use your brain for a second,
you sound like a
you'll
bud
figure it
tender.
out.
I sit there thinking, I can see you weighing it out and stuff like that. I will a lot of times play a doctor in real life, but she's the only one that will play a scientist. I just tell you.
I love to play scientist. It's so fun.
Well, okay, so dosing is a little bit trickier sometimes. And I just want to go into it. I will probably say it every product, just to remind you. These hit a little faster for me as a general rule. They get in the system a little quicker. Man, they're just so easy to use too. You brought up some of these shots in a shot glass. I guess that's not a horrible place to start.
No.
And I'm just going to throw you right under the bus here when we talk about this. But all right, so she talked a little bit about the Smokiez nighttime one. It's got CBN in it, which, by the way, I thought the Blackberry at night, very, very good call.
It's so good.
Yeah, good marketing on that deal.
By the way, there was no bad taste to that whatsoever. Just wanted to put that on the record. There's
none.
It just tasted like a good blackberry lemonade.
That works. Well,
yeah.
We've both had this product. It was the first one I saw was just the straight lemonade. It's a good hybrid. You can get it in cans just like this, 250 milligrams. Really neat thing that these guys are doing is that they're making these tops resealable. For me, I mean, obviously 250 milligrams is going to be way out of my league, right?
Yeah.
Too much of a dose.
Yeah, that's definitely too much for me.
So I, like you say, measure it out and reseal it, put it back in the fridge, and you're good.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did the first time I tried their lemonade, because that was like the first drink product I believe that they came out with, other
think
than
so.
the agave.
Oh, those
they
syrups.
they have agave syrups. Some are flavored, some are just plain agave. But they came out with the lemonades. It is a big can, like you said, 250 milligrams. And I was kind of wanting to go hard that day, so I just went and drank half of it. Like, I drank half of it. I had a bit of a higher tolerance at the time, and I was wanting to have a good pool day. So I had a wonderful pool day. I was just floating, but it's just such a good lemonade. Like, it just felt like I was sipping on like a Minute Maid or something.
Well, when you said
not
just
homemade lemonade, but
when you were saying floating, though, that's the picture I was getting, but you were face down.
face down. So, for one, I just want to put out a disclaimer about all of the freaking annoying cars going down the street today. They're so loud. I want to go out and scream at them like the dog is.
I'm actually thinking about starting a Smokin and Jokin fund to buy people mufflers.
Yeah, no, I
think.
agree with that. Because these vehicles clearly have no mufflers on them. They are so loud.
And the thing that's really disturbing about that is the amount of money that we pay a month for rent on this studio. You would think that it would be, more soundproof. You never know.
Yeah, we were talking
Time
about
travel.
the lemonade shot. Time travel. I tried the lemonade shot for the first time recently. I just started with half of it. I just did exactly what I said earlier. I put it on a kitchen scale, got out a little shot glass, weighed out, I don't know, I think it's 50 milliliters or something in there, and I weighed out 25 milliliters. So 50 milligrams of THC is what I ended up with. So there's about half of it left in there. And it is so delicious. Just like the Blackberry lemonade, even though it's such a small quantity of liquid, there's no detectable THC taste.
No.
I could feel the effects fully within like 30 to 45 minutes max, I would say.
Yeah.
They lasted quite some time. I was very giggly, very, very euphoric and uplifted. Just kind of like on cloud nine, but my whole body was just like warm and fuzzy and tingly feeling. It was so nice.
Seen that. I mean, we were all thinking that same thing. I wish you'd seen that.
But it's what I needed yesterday.
It was half the bottle.
Yeah, it was half the bottle. And
Easy to dose.
yeah,
This easy to carry.
that's way easier than the big guys.
It is. The only thing I was worried about, you and I both have stomach issues. I was thinking lemonade, it might be kind of acid. Pardon me, there was none of that. I never had any bad of that. It tasted delicious. But so there's the one that she had, and really, I'd throw this in my backpack, I think.
Yeah. No, it's so good. And like I was kind of talking about last week, I like to take an edible with me or something like that if I'm going to hang out with people or for a smoke sesh. Hang on.
Oh.
Salud!
Yeah, well, we did say it was day drinking, I guess. So, and it still looks daylight out here. So,
But that would be the perfect thing to carry in your bag for something like that.
I think it was, I don't know, a week or two ago, we were talking about stuff to put in the bag. This is the new edition right here.
Absolutely.
I think that's the ticket.
I agree with that.
I will be honest with you. Mason and I do have some other responsibilities later in the day that will actually make sure that we cannot continue to drink too many of these. But I do want to taste this a little bit again. But you can tell it's just absolute lemonade.
Yeah. Nothing weird going on there. Nothing nuclear waste.
And you know what's funny? You're right. It's refreshing.
Yeah.
It's good. I like that.
It is very good. So, what is that little Pure Shot thing you've got there? Because I have not tried one of those.
We were talking about Smokiez, a great hybrid. You had some really good hybrid experiences from that.
Yeah, because I wasn't knocked out by it by any means.
Good. Yeah. She's knocked out, laying on the couch and still laughing.
Yeah.
This is by Pure Shot, and what they do, these are actually 100 milligrams each, just like the Smokiez, but they are available in sativa, or indica. So you got a little bit more choice if you're wanting a good pickup, or a lot of people use them for sleep or winding down, slowing their head down a little bit.
So essentially what you've got there is like a THC version of like a 5-hour energy or something like that.
You know,
Because it is energy.
remember the very
Same
first
concept,
very
but a little
first
bit more
place you
potent.
heard that was here, because what do you bet they adopt that?
They're definitely adopting their marketing.
Yeah, it looks just like it.
It
Yeah.
does, but
good product, been
Yeah.
around for a long time, but there's just a lot of options for shots, but these are easier to dose. So,
are you kidding? Is that an airplane going down my street? Like who?
I think there was a plane landing on your street, probably. That would be awesome. Take you up like 4 of the cameras out there.
Yeah.
You know,
Take the documentary crew.
well, okay, so we got some shots there. There are some different ones that we found that were, I mean, when I say different, it's just what I wouldn't have thought of. Here's a great example. Here's a company, Oklahoma Sweetgrass. Now, pardon me, the first one I tried, it was more like a breakfast juice, almost like orange juice, pineapple juice kind of thing,
Kind
right?
of like just like a fruit medley almost.
Maybe a little bit of vegetables mixed in. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I know. So we decided to bring one because they're 200 milligrams.
Come in a cool glass jar.
Very nice glass jar. And I don't think this would be that hard to dose at all. What the first concern I had, though, was the name was called Green Rush. I like green. You like green.
I like green, but what is it green apple?
Well, I think it's green nuclear. I'm not really exactly sure. Sorry about that, but
It's Chernobyl green.
Chernobyl. I'm so sorry. Is that too soon? Is that too early? I don't know. I don't think so. So I'm going to tell you, it will get you there. Absolutely will get you there.
Is it going to be like the green crack of drinks? Because if you don't know, green crack is a very common sativa strain that's like supposed to be very wiry. And that's what I think of when I think of green crack.
No, I think
horrific, scary
you've actually
color.
had 2 really good marketing things right in a row. This is the second one. We're going to start calling this the Chernobyl drink. So we're going to go ahead and pass on that because I didn't think it was very refreshing, but.
No, it was a little bitter. Not the tastiest drink I've ever had.
All right.
It can improve.
I am going to tell a story, though, that the first time I saw one, though, it was the orange fluorescent one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, remember that? Okay. And so when I was about to try
Orange
it.
lightning or something like that.
Lightning. Well, it looked absolutely nuclear as well because a little bit of it kind of dropped out of the top onto our white counter there at work, and it looked like it might eat through the counter. So I just wiped it up real quick.
And like hissing.
Bubbling. So let's say that you did drink one of those or part of one, and it wasn't very refreshing. So we need something refreshing.
Need something a little bit more refreshing.
So we go to our old buddy.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. Yep.
So these, just like the Smokiez lemonade, have the resealable top. But this guy, you can drink all in one go. Goodness. Anyways, it's only 25 milligrams of THC, so good low dose, but it's a lightly flavored sparkling seltzer. So think like White Claw, but THC version. I feel like that's a pretty good comparison.
I think
yeah?
it is too.
This one is the pomegranate flavor.
I
like it a lot.
Yep.
And I feel like they used to make these in the low dose, like the Wynks, like 5 milligrams.
I think so.
Yeah. So the Ojai and our country cannabis sodas have the same milligram.
Yep.
They'd both be nice, fast acting, like kind of a complimentary thing to whatever flower you're smoking, or if you're just wanting to hang out and drink with your friends, but maybe you don't want to drink alcohol and you like THC, this is a good option. It's just there's no sugar in it. Oh, I just lied.
It's very little. Very, very little.
Yeah, the 25 milligram sodas. I love these because it takes me back to like drinking the root beer out of the glass bottles when I was a kid and feeling like I was a grown up because I had a glass bottle.
And those guys make probably the best root beer around. They're a country cannabis. That
we
is a
haven't
great-
even got into that. So
Nope.
these are black cherry and peach, but they do have a regular root beer, and they do seasonal flavors too. So at Cowboy Cup, they'll do like tester flavors. I tried their gingerbread one last year, and it was amazing.
Oh, but I can't think of anything that sounds better. That sounds really good.
I could use a whole case of it right now, medicated or unmedicated. It was so good.
Well, country cannabis, if you're watching, you know that.
I need a whole case of gingerbread soda, please.
Somebody knocks on the studio door. Tick, tick, tick. There it is.
Hey,
case.
ding dong.
It really is good. And there are some incredibly good, or at least one incredibly good medicated ice cream out there as well. So you get that root beer. Well,
a little bit of root beer float.
It's a little bit of a different story too, because now we're really
so
over the top.
good,
Oh, God, it's just incredible.
If you're really wanting to indulge, ice cream and the root beer combination is so good. And you can always sub out one of them for an unmedicated version. You could do regular ice cream, or you could do regular soda with medicated ice cream. You can do both medicated.
See, this is how a normal human being thinks, because all these years I've only thought of the medicated ice cream and the medicated drink. I never thought of once that you could only use one of them that wasn't. That's a dang good idea, too.
It's good to, regulate a little bit.
I'm going to tell you, I don't know how far we are in, but I've had about half of my drink, so I've had probably 12 milligrams there. Mm-hmm. And I had about half of that shot, so probably another 25 there. And I'm feeling both of them.
Yay!
I'm feeling both of them.
I'm about halfway-ish, a little bit more through my soda. And yeah, I'm feeling very uplifted. I've got a nice little tingle in my cheeks, but my body is relaxed. I feel good.
I know exactly what people are sitting out there thinking, too. They weren't medicated enough at first this show. They barely even talked. Look at them now.
Yeah. And see how that'll lift your spirits? Oh, my goodness.
That day drinking, I guess there's something to be said about that. Now, what if we weren't actually going to have to be responsible human beings? After the pod show today, we might actually enjoy a little bit more of it.
Yeah,
so,
we might each take like a full Smokiez shot or something like that.
We might do that, or one of these.
Split, knock us right out. Send us right to sleep.
I will tell you, there's different closures that they use, but they're all of them very easy to reseal them. But Blade told me if I didn't tell this story that he was going to post something on social media. So
something nasty,
something bad
rude.
About me. One of these closures, or one of these things, when you open it the first time, there's just a little hole. It lets air in so that the drink can come out when you finish opening it.
Yeah. Science.
And science, actually. and that's where my trouble started right there. Second,
when the science got involved.
Oh, I was screwed. But then the instructions, as you can see, are lightly printed into the tin, so I couldn't see them. So I opened it, and all I could see was that tiny little hole, about yay big. And I couldn't figure it out, so I just got the can and got a hold of it and squeezed it, and just shot it down my throat.
Just a single tiny stream.
Yeah, I know. I'm not going to say it. But yeah, so there's a better way to open it than that, but we're just as
You
well.
were just halfway through the process.
Yeah. And you know what? It was a lot harder to reseal it after I did that too. So
all I can think about when I hear that is on Jimmy Neutron, when they would drink the purple flurp, they would always hold it this high and squeeze it, and it would just ching.
Man, I
That's
forgot.
exactly what I'm imagining, but with you and your lemonade.
Well, it's exactly what it looked like. I wasn't near as cool as Jimmy Neutron, I don't think, but that's exactly what it looked like. But there's so many things that we looked at too that we didn't get just because the varieties are endless. The one that you actually got me started on was a powder mix, where there's a lot of them now where you can. They really look like the little flavoring packs or the energy packs that you put in your water
like
bottles.
a good old Crystal Light.
Yeah,
situation.
Crystal Light, and they make those. And I think yours was Tribe, wasn't it? The Power Up.
Yeah. So they have the Power Up and the Power Down from Tribe, but there's all different kinds of powder drink mixes,
Yeah.
you know, things like that. But I got a case of the Power Up packets.
The case.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I think they're like 30 milligrams of THC.
They were, yeah.
Obviously, sativa enhanced. And I don't know, it's like lemon lime or something. Those are a little bit bitter, I have to say, but the effects were amazing. I would just half the package because 30 milligrams wouldn't necessarily give me a super intense head change, but I would just get a little bit too like
little
jittery.
wiry, were you?
Yeah, a little bit like kind of on the edge.
But, it makes such a great point. Now, I don't know where everybody's tolerance is, but, 30 milligrams of general rule, we're going to feel it. Mm-hmm. But it won't have that strong an effect on us. That when you take a drink, we have not had much today, and I feel great.
Yeah.
So it just shows you don't know. But there's a company, I think 57,
Yeah.
that does some fruit drinks like that. There's some
it's
good
like
ones.
It's like they call it like their sports drink
Yep,
mix, I
yep.
think. And it's like a fruit punch, and they do coffee creamer too.
Yeah. And honestly, that's the one because I still remember. I don't know, it was a couple years ago, someone asked us for medicated coffee creamers.
Yeah.
And honestly,
It was a lot harder to find then.
and you all come in and ask stuff all the time. We're thinking, God, that's really a good idea. But
Yeah.
that was, and they make a good one of those as well. I did want to tell you that one of that I am going to get, and I promise you in the next couple of weeks, we'll just kind of like show it as a new product or something. But I wasn't able to get my hands on it, but I'm going to. There's a full spectrum spiced chai mix, and it's 40 milligrams
I love
each.
chai.
Full spectrum.
And I love full spectrum.
See, so we've talked about that almost every episode. Every one of these that we're looking at, I think, are all distillate.
I think so. I gotta say, I don't get headaches from the Smokiez. I haven't gotten a headache from the country cannabis. So I don't know if it's drinking that changes that. I don't know what it is, but pretty pleased with it. Whatever it is.
I am too. Well, in the next couple of weeks, we'll try one of those chai, just see how they taste.
Yeah.
But that's I saw it was over at in Cushing at Pink Flamingo. I think is where it was at. So
yeah, we'll have to try and get our hands on that.
Get over that way. So
I love a chai.
And full spectrum. So I think
spectrum.
40 milligrams.
Yeah. And
Can't be responsible yet.
I have seen like little bottles of like pre-made cold brew and things like that. I've just never tried them. So you can find things like that, like a THC infused pre-made coffee. They're just a little bit more few and far between.
And they're strong. Strong tasting.
Yeah.
You remember before they were even doing any of that stuff, we saw some and it just tasted so bad.
It was horrific.
Literally it was undrinkable, but they've come so far. All this stuff, everything you said today was right. I didn't taste anything in any of this except a really nice beverage. Mm-hmm. We've come a long ways.
We have come a very long way.
She has. She's a scientist. I just sit here and talk. I haven't come a long ways at all. But
So we've got a little honey stick here. It's a little 25 milligram honey stick. So that's just a like single dose sort of thing for you. But we carry some really, really good honeys that are in bigger jars.
Yeah, I guess this would be easy to carry around or something. I had a hard time getting it all out of there.
It is kind
I
of
probably
hard.
left maybe 10 milligrams in there. I don't know. But
We have a brand of honey that comes like in a little honey bear, like the little bear.
Like the old
jar.
Susie, whatever, honey. The little bears. They're
And it's
Nano-Infused.
Nano-Infused.
Yes,
yeah. So it's fast acting. And then we have another one that's creamed honey.
That's the ticket. Hey, that's local bees, at least local to our area. So
and they whip the honey, right?
The bees. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. I'm so sorry. Yeah, the honey. They whip the honey. That's it.
Yeah, they whip the honey and it gets a nice I don't know, it turns to
Creamy.
like a lighter creamy character is what I almost said. I was trying to say color.
We have such a sweet, nice patient that comes in and buys it on a regular basis, and I finally asked her, how are you using it? I believe it's about 40 milligrams, 30 milligrams a teaspoon. And she was picking the flavor. I think there's blueberry and cinnamon and some
Apple and
some,
plain.
And plain. And so you can just put it on your toast while you put it. And she gets a teaspoon or two and puts it in her coffee. And that's what starts her day. And all of a sudden, or a tea. She puts it in her tea, doesn't she?
Yeah. And then somebody else puts it in their lemonade. They take like the blackberry one and uses it to sweeten their lemonade, and then boom. But it's the creamed honey.
They're going to be pretty chill all day.
Yeah. You can do so much with it. You can mix it in your drinks. The honey is so good on toast or even little crackers. Ooh, if you want to be fancy, get some like goat cheese. And then goat cheese and honey is so good.
And each one of those companies, though, what they did was they focused on the honey.
Yeah.
To make sure it was the best product. And they both are delicious. So there's some good hot drink ideas too.
Yeah. I'm gonna light up this pre-roll real quick. So Steven was kind enough to to pack this Royal Slippers.
Royal Slippers. Well, yeah, I showed up in time today to make the sign and pack up a purple Blazy Susan with
just so cute
Royal Slippers. We probably waited.
I think we talked about that last week.
We probably did. Said, "Oh my gosh, it's coming!"
So good.
Well, here it is. It's a very nice, not too heady, uplifting sativa for me.
And that seems like what we both kind of need today. Just a little bit of uplift and motivation.
I'm not always a high THC kind of guy, but this one actually comes in over 30%, and it's wonderful. But boom, number one on the list is limonene.
Hey, I was gonna ask you what terpenes are in it.
So both of them we had today. Yeah. Oh, that's Nexleaf. Nexleaf's a grower on that.
We got a nifty little terpene chart.
Thank you, producer.
I bought a book that's called like Terpenes for Well-Being, I think. And I want to read that and do an episode on terpenes at some point soon.
But what they're doing is they're working together with that THC, all those terps, because they're high. You can taste them. The terpenes in this, it's got a very nice taste to it. But this level of terps, I usually start feeling the effects almost immediately with good terp flowers like this. Can I do right now?
Yeah.
And of course, I'm sure it's a little bit of entourage effect with the drinks that we've been having. So,
because I would say that this is pretty accurate, like a combination for the main effects that I get from this flower. Relaxing, like good for pain.
Yep.
But improves your mood, anti-anxiety, antidepressant. So, mood lifter, relieves nausea.
Bingo.
I would say that those are pretty dang accurate.
I would too. If you happen to see it, I think we give this a pretty high star rating on this one.
Pretty high rating.
And actually what was really neat, I saw the other day, Nexleaf is now making, I think all of their flowers, including Royal Slippers, in little like, a little bit bigger than Dog Walker pre-rolls, 5-packs, right? So all of their strains are out there,
and they're good too. It doesn't feel like they're using pure trim. Like it might be a mix of flower and shake, but it doesn't smoke like grass. It doesn't smoke like it's super dry or gross.
Like grass, as in lawn trimmings.
Yeah, lawn trimmings.
Good. But boy,
it's so
you just don't beat this.
No, you immediately feel it right there in your face.
I'm gonna be honest. Very seldom will you ever or she ever sees me being a grown up. I've hit my ceiling.
Oh man!
I have. So I think I'm gonna not smoke anymore. But we looked at everything you could need. I mean, honestly, here's a drink that uses the part of the plant that helps us sleep, CBN, easy to dose. And somebody's having trouble sleeping, what's the one problem I have with gummies? You wait 2 hours.
Yeah. So I tried that last night, and I've been kind of having trouble sleeping lately.
Me too.
Just a lot of restlessness during the night. I can get to sleep fine, but staying asleep is kind of the problem. And And just literally the half an ounce I took of that last night really, really helped me sleep. Slowed down my mind a little bit, and I didn't wake up at all throughout the night. I woke up when my alarm blared in my ear this morning because I forgot to turn it down. It was literally turned all the way up.
Hello. Good morning.
Oh,
that was for you, Jake. Sorry.
But I didn't feel groggy at all. I
Okay.
didn't have that like heavy, fuzzy eye feeling.
But you dosed it right? I mean, that's the other thing too. If I pound down half of that can,
You're probably not going to wake up for 3 days.
yeah, I'm sure going to feel groggy. You said I've not tried the product. Let's do half of one, and it worked.
Yeah, because even when I take my CBN, I almost said CBD, my CBN gummies, those are just 10 milligrams of THC and I think 5 of CBN. I want to say.
See, that's perfect.
And I half those most of the time. So that was a perfect dose for me. Like that was a very good sleepy time dose, and it worked.
It just
and
shows
it
you
tasted
that
good.
we always don't need to take 50s or 100s or all this stuff.
They'll
in this
help,
kind of thing.
but
Whoa.
you don't always need it.
You just don't wake up for a couple of days.
Exactly.
And and as we're closing, that might be a bad thing for us because it's pretty well documented now what our intake has been.
Yeah.
So, just
I have one last thing I
Okay.
want to ask you about because I haven't tried this. So this was something
man.
we received as a sample.
yeah.
So they're drops. They're THC flavorless nano drops.
And these are actually from different companies starting to show up on the market as we were looking for this.
So the one I have is a 25 milligram sample. They are a flavorless nano additive. It says they're perfect for making your own edibles at home. Just add into your favorite recipe or mix into your favorite drinks, sauces, cocktails, and more.
Cocktails.
What does nano mean? Here, that's a good thing to go over. So nano is water soluble THC. That means it starts absorbing immediately in red all caps.
That means they're not kind of screwing around there.
While traditional THC doesn't absorb until it's digested in your stomach. So, hey, maybe that's why the drinks don't bother me as much because the whole issue with me and distillates is my stomach. Like I don't have a gallbladder.
Yeah.
And
Dr. Steven.
I have had a terrible stomach my entire life. But this apparently starts the second it gets into your system. So this stuff is just like a clear ectoplasm, but THC.
It just doesn't glow in the dark.
But I haven't tried it. You did, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
And I felt bad because when we got those, I guess maybe in January, we had talked about cooking with mine, and I didn't get that far. What I really did was I opened it up, and it looked like water. It not kidding, completely
So it's just,
clear,
like, clear?
flavorless. It just ran out like water. So I put it in my soda. Would never have known it was there.
Did you feel the nano?
I was just say, this is Nano-Infused.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and I was just I didn't know that until I just was reading their process here, and it really is. This hit me a lot faster than that particular one. So, but yeah, I think faster, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But it didn't have any flavor.
It's so crazy.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that something? But I did not know that I wanted to give them kudos on that. I didn't know until we were shooting this that it said Nano-Infused in the back. So yeah.
I've come to really, really like a Nano-Infused product.
It goes my hands. So
I really have. Those Buffalo Rose chocolate bars are Nano-Infused.
and best ones I ever had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The honey.
We really got lucky today, didn't we?
Yeah,
Well,
this
I gotta
soda
tell
is
you,
so good. I'm almost done with it, and
yeah, we did good. That's see, it's that whole bottle thing, man. And did you see how much more comforting that was than sorry, can't talk about it. Sorry, you had to cut that out. Yeah. Please excuse
Okay.
me. I'm going to tell you, I do like that entourage effect because suddenly I was really time traveling.
Yeah.
I forgot what day it was, what I was talking about, and
We
things
forgot
like
that we were even recording.
Oh, I do that all the time. I mean, yeah, I kind of forget you guys are there every once in a while. So,
No offense, though.
no, we think about you constantly, just
It's a
when
good
I'm
thing.
time traveling. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun today.
Ooh. I'd like to ask you,
Yeah.
what's your product of the week?
For me, it's pretty easy today. It's going to be that Smokiez 100 milligram shot. It just because it's easy to carry. I know that this was probably my favorite overall.
It tastes so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm kind of stuck because this Royal Slippers flower is amazing. It's definitely flower of the week.
It is the flower of the week. Yeah.
For sure, flower strain of the week. Product of the week, yeah, probably gonna be the Smokiez lemonade shot.
Mm-hmm.
The CBN lemonade was amazing too. The lemonade shot was just so impressive.
Yeah.
I have no complaints about either.
No. Well, my ears are ringing and my hands are numb. It worked.
Yeah, I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling fuzzy. This is great.
Yeah.
And you know what? Unless you just go super hard with this stuff, you're gonna get a really good effect and not be hungover the next morning.
And it's every
You might feel a little
one.
groggy, and like I said, if you go hard, you'll probably still be high in the morning. So that's your fault. But
And it really actually
your
might
limits.
feel sick. So you don't want to. I wouldn't just pound down a couple of those cans, or just shoot it into your mouth through the hole. I wouldn't do that either. So
oh, God bless.
I know. There's so many more drinks. We probably missed a couple of hundred.
At least,
Yeah. So please, I mean, whether you're a maker of the drinks or it's one of your favorite ones that we've missed.
Yeah, we didn't even mention tree sap, but that's a big drink mixer that we sell so much of. That was kind of a fumble on our part, but you know what? We know about tree sap. We appreciate tree sap for all of its greatness. And to be fair, drink mixers kind of deserve their own episode.
The
turning the gummies into the mixed drink.
Oh, hey. And we
That's
have
a
the
plan
exact.
for the future.
We actually have somebody that knows how to do that.
Yeah.
She's like a scientist of those. So
Yeah, she puts on the lab coat and everything.
she can't come on unless she puts on the lab coat. That's awesome. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. We should do that.
Yeah, so like he said, let us know what kind of drinks you like and what you want to see or what we should be trying. Let us know any recommendations you have, and
if you disagree with on any of these, because I won't drink bong water, but if I'm wrong, tell us.
Yeah.
You know, and we'll try it.
yeah, we'll try it. We might
I'll
not
try
like
anything,
it, but
you know?
we'll try it.
You're going to be able to find us anywhere. If you're in your car, you can listen on Apple.
You'll find us in your back seat waiting in your car.
And if we've been smoking Royal Slipper, we might actually be happy
And if we're smoking grape gas, we might just kick your car.
with both feet.
But really, yeah. Holler at us. We love to hear
derailed.
it. We did derail. We time traveled, but clearly the drinks are doing their jobs and the flower also did its job.
It's
Yeah.
It's perfect. I'm looking at the time here. Is why I'm looking at that.
I know, it's
They've
insane.
been
We're at
actually-
an hour and 4 and it's 1:04.
But
and it changed at the exact same time. It changed to 1:05 at the same time we hit an hour and 5 minutes.
Well, actually,
That's kind of crazy.
I was trying to calculate where I was going to be in about an hour and a half.
Oh.
And that's what I was doing. That's why I even looked at my watch because I know that
I was on a whole different
I
plane.
know. 'Cause I was trying to think, did I overshoot? Sorry. I really had fun. It was great. We'll see you later.
See ya.
Oh, dear Lord.
Thanks for joining our time travel this week. If you have any questions, comments, or requests, you can reach us on Instagram and Twitter at SNJPodShow, email us at smokinandjokinpodshow@gmail.com, or watch our videos and exclusive content on YouTube and WeedTube at Smokin' and Jokin' Pod Show. As always, details on featured products and links to our social media will be in the description. Everyone stay cool, stay medicated, and we'll see you next week on Smokin' and Jokin'.
Welcome to LA, brother.
What if he liked it and flew in your mouth?